Hey dude, Flix Anonymous. I don't know, it's just awesome.
Yeah, well, that's just like, your opinion, man.
Human beings were not meant to sit in little cubicles staring at computer screens all day.
Plan B is just to keep on giving her. Like, you work hard. That's what... Is that a plan? Yeah, that's a plan right there.
A guy opens his door and gets shot, and you think that of me. No. I am the one who knocks.
I know what you're thinking. I've kind of lost track myself. Being this is a 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and would blow your head clean off. You've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Flix Anonymous on the Cannabis Life Network, the League of Manchildren.com, and the Daily Hive. I am Steve Stebbing. That right there, that's Trevor Dueck.
Just playing with the toys,
Playing with
Steve.
Toys. Yeah, I know, it's cool. That's cool. Yeah, we're just doing a show. It's no big deal. You've been doing that for like half an hour.
I know, I'm sorry.
I know.
We have little Star Wars characters on there.
Yeah. I don't know if people have really zoomed
Our
in
set's
on
been
that.
kind of weird.
Yeah.
We have a
fluctuating.
bonsai tree, and then we have a bowl of
Is
balls.
our Vader head still there? We did have a Vader head.
We did have a Darth Vader head. Now
Yeah.
we just we got R2D2.
Comes and goes, like the Force does.
Come and goes. So
Yeah.
does our
So does our
episode.
show.
So does our show.
Yeah.
It came and now it goes.
Yeah. I mean,
Not really.
Not really. This is episode 45 of the podcast, which became a video show when we moved here to the Cannabis Life Network. And now I think this is the changing of a guard, almost. It's a changing of an era.
Yeah.
We're going to move into something kind of like the Flix Anonymous 3.0. In which we're going to try to...
3.0. We already done 1 and 2. This is the third part.
This is version 3.
Part 3.
Version 3.
Steve and Trevor.
This is Flix
back.
Anonymous, The Search for Spock.
The search.
Revenge of the Sith. This
Search
is,
for format.
because I mean, usually our show is roughly, we do about 45 to an hour or so, or even more sometimes. But now we're going to give you something different, something more to the point, shorter videos, more segmented
content,
easy to click reviews. If you want to see a review of said movie, it'll just be right there. Our stoner picks, our Netflix and VOD. I have some fun stuff planned for our limited releases and everything. It's going to be a lot of some different, but a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah,
definitely.
Like what we do just doesn't work for a video format. So what we gotta do is we're gonna cut them into little bits of goodness.
Exactly, because we're podcasters. We're used
Slices
to podcasting.
of pie
Exactly.
with ice cream.
Yes, and we're gonna dish it all up to you a la mode, because that's what we do.
Yeah.
And we won't be wearing clothes. We will be wearing clothes.
No,
Let me stress
I
that.
thought clothes were optional. I thought we were gonna do how they do the naked news.
Yeah.
We could do the naked movie reviews
and super hairy news. Mm-hmm. You like some of that?
No, they don't.
So let's head into the final of this format episode of Flix Anonymous. This is episode 45. We have about 4 movies that are hitting theaters this week. So let's fly right into it, right?
Let's go.
Fly by the seat of our pants again. So this is probably the first bigger movie of September. It feels like we've been doing smaller movies this month, but now Antoine Fuqua is remaking the classic Magnificent Seven with Denzel and Ethan Hawke in kind of a Training Day reunion. Check out a clip right here.
It's actually a remake of A Bug's Life.
Oh, right.
If he wants his town, come see me.
That's the best.
Takes out the horse. I love that so much.
Yep.
Yeah, right?
Some gunfighting.
That's right. I mean, Is this movie like the greatest? No, I mean it's flawed. It definitely has its issues and
For sure.
And there's definitely its problems.
You can pick it apart.
Yeah, definitely. And you give it more viewings, you're gonna definitely see some problems, especially the last probably 4 minutes. I would say.
Yeah.
It is really bad. But where does this movie succeed? A, it's a Western, so that's fun. That's fun.
It's always fun to have a good Western.
Exactly. B, I mean, it's got some really great action pieces to it, and C, charm and charisma of the actors involved in this movie. I mean, Denzel, Chris Pratt, but even
Ethan
going
Hawke.
beyond that, yeah. Can we wax on about Ethan Hawke for a second?
Whoa, because it's this kind of show now.
No, I know that it's a general thing in Flix Anonymous that we both very much dig what Ethan Hawke brings to movies, and we always say all the time that he's very underrated as an actor, and people like to shit on Ethan Hawke, but
really, yeah,
he's so much fun.
Most people
in
you
this
talk to, I mean, people who
the
know
general
a lot about
public
film,
like him.
like Ethan Hawke.
Critics and the higher above don't really like Ethan Hawke. I always feel like Ethan Hawke is like always that scruffy underdog. And
The Explorers.
Yeah. Oh God. Well, that was a scruffy little child.
Yeah.
That's totally different.
That's how far Ethan and I go back.
Oh wow. Yeah, like good friends. You guys went to space camp together.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
we built a ship and went to space.
There we go. But this movie succeeds, like I said, with the charm and charisma of each actor. Ethan Hawke's fantastic. Vincent D'Onofrio, which you see tackle a fucking horse in that one, he's a lot of fun in this one. And Byung-Hun Lee, who American audiences would know from the G.I. Joe movies, he was Storm Shadow.
Wow.
But for those that love Korean cinema, he was also in The Good, the Bad, and the Weird, which is a Korean Western that is just fucking insane. I love that movie so much. He's gonna turn more heads in this, especially his look, that with the hairpin and everything.
Oh yeah.
And the knives.
He's
and
got
his moves. Yeah.
Asian action star written all over him.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. He almost should have been the ninja assassin instead of that Korean pop star Rain back in the day.
Well
a few years
put.
ago. Not
Well
back in the day.
Good idea.
2005, I think the Ninja Assassin came out. But
I'm always down for more ninja movies.
yeah, exactly. Even the two new guys in this one, Manuel Garcia-Rulfo, who plays the Mexican member of the gang.
And he's actually Mexican. Go
Mexican.
figure. They
There
actually
you
used
go.
a Mexican guy.
And then Martin Sensmeier, who plays the Cherokee character, or Comanche character in this one. Also full-blooded
That's right, yeah.
Indian. Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Right.
I mean, hey, there we go. We're using the real ethnic groups to play their ethnicity. Hey, novel
Imagine
concept.
that.
Wow,
Yeah.
right? But I mean, this movie's fun. It's not going to blow anyone's minds. It's not the best version of Akira Kurosawa's Seven Samurai.
See, but I have such a soft spot for microphone as well.
You have the soft spot for the microphone?
Yeah, I have a soft spot for the Seven Samurai.
Yeah.
So when I watch when I get to rewatch the same story again, it's fun. I like that story about these 7 guys getting together to help a town, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just fun. It's just fun when you get down to it. It's just fun. And soft spots, I have one in my head. Sorry. Well, of course, people aren't loving it as much a lot. It's kind of polarizing right now. It's a 62 on Rotten Tomatoes, a 51 on Metascore. I'm kind of like a 3.5 out of 5. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, I gave it 3 out of 5. It's a good movie, a good popcorn flick. You like a good Western. You like some guns going bang bang.
Yeah.
You
It
like
is
the
2
story.
hours.
You like the story that most people have seen probably a bunch of times.
It's been made over 10 times, including, as Trevor pointed out before, it's A
Bug's
Bug's Life.
A Bug's Life.
Yeah, yeah. Which I always love that reference. But yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so let's move into the second wide release this week. This is one for the kids. This is from Warner Brothers. Really wants you to know that this is from the studio that did the Lego Movie, but don't think that you're going to watch into another Lego Movie. This is Storks. Take a look.
Excuse me, Orphan Tulip?
Junior? You're talking to me?
Yes, Orphan Tulip?
No, it's just that you never talk to me.
Well, yeah, that's changing starting today, Orphan Tulip.
Oh, Tulip is just fine. Orphan hurts my heart. I have so many questions to ask you.
Why don't you come down and we can talk all day?
Okay, I will be down, as will my friends. We are going to fly right down.
What? No, that's a quail, an emu, there's a chicken, they cannot fly.
Yeah, until now.
She's helping us achieve our dreams.
That's right, Double.
You know it.
It is still a personal victory if you use the bucket.
I don't know what to say. I had fun with this movie. It's so dumb and it's so insane and off the wall that it just kind of appealed to me.
Okay.
Andy Samberg's he's so funny in this movie, and just the riffing that they do, and they really work with two Samberg's voice positives. Like,
okay.
This was also written by Nick Stoller, who is known for doing Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Get Him to the Greek, the Neighbors movies.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He also did the Muppets, which so he has forayed into the kids films before, but this is his first computer animated movie. I thought it was actually pretty funny. It's short. It's like an hour and 27 minutes long.
Nicely packaged for
Yep.
kids, man.
Exactly.
What's it about exactly?
Basically, it's about the stork industry. They've been known to be the ones to deliver babies. In all
Right.
those stories and nursery rhymes, they deliver the babies.
Everybody knows that.
But in the new world, they've moved away from that, and now they're delivering packages. They've been kind of bought by a bigger company to drop off packages, and got away from the baby.
Oh yeah, Amazon
delivery thing. Exactly. And through a mishap with Tulip and Andy Samberg's character, a baby the baby factory, which was still there, ends up producing another baby, so they have to get this baby to its home.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, very straightforward.
All right.
But
you're talking about
total insanity.
And there was some Lego stuff?
There was some Lego stuff in it. Actually, there's a Lego Ninjago short before the movie starts. Lego Ninjago I guess that's going to be the next Lego movie after Lego Batman comes out.
Okay, yeah. Right.
It was a little short with Jackie Chan's character versus a chicken. I kind of thought it was funny.
All right.
I got a kick out of it. It's very physical. And yeah, it's all really playing on that whole like ancient battles between two masters, and I thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
The whole movie maybe I was just in a really good mood. It was at 10 a.m. on a Saturday, so I don't know why
giddy.
I would be in a good mood at that point. I was just like, why am I at Metro Town at 10:30? But no, actually fun. Had fun with the movie.
Good.
So I'm giving it a 3.5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Two movies in a row that are just kind of like,
they're okay.
Do you rather have it? Do you like it? Would you rather you really like a movie or really dislike a movie? Because I find it really difficult to talk about a movie that's just sort of,
I think you have more to roll with if you vehemently don't like a movie. I think
so much better.
So a movie that you were looking forward to a lot, and then it just totally dashes your dreams. Those are far easy to get a lot of words out about, especially when you're writing about it. I was really looking forward to Blair Witch, and then it was not good.
Yeah.
So then you have a lot. You're just basically pulling the threads on that sweater until it's just yarn.
Yeah, Blair Witch was a major disappointment.
Majorly disappointing.
We never got to talk about it,
No,
actually, you and I.
between us,
we
no.
weren't together last week.
No, it turned into a solo show that you can hear the audio for, but yeah, we did not like Blair Witch.
No.
It's really funny to go from Storks to Blair Witch in conversation.
Go from what?
Storks to Blair Witch.
Yeah, I know.
That's really good.
No, right, yeah.
So let's move into our limited. We got 2 releases this week. First one, Kate Winslet goes to Australia for a little bit of a 1950s fluff piece. This is The Dressmaker. Take a look.
Gertrude Pratt. What's the matter with you? I hear the footballers' dance is Saturday night.
Oh, I like her.
I could make you something.
A dress can't change anything.
Watch and learn, Gert. Watch and learn.
This is a really great scene for her, too. She's very, very attractive. Oh, and of course it gets cut off there. Yes, this is The Dressmaker. It's a very Australian film made by Film Australia. It's directed by Jocelyn Moore, who hasn't made a film in a long time. The last major film she made was How to Make an American Quilt with Winona Ryder. But this was written by P.J. Hogan. P.J. Hogan is cherished in Australia. The last major one that he released was a film called Mental, which is a really good film if you can dig that one up with Toni Collette. But he also made Muriel's Wedding, which is an Academy Award-winning film. The Dressmaker appeals to all those sensibilities. So if you loved Mental and you loved Muriel's Wedding and you love those deeply Australian films, then The Dressmaker is definitely going to be a film that is up your alley. Basically, Kate Winslet plays a character who moves home to her small town to take care of her mother when she falls ill, but she returns to town as this femme fatale who's like there to exact revenge because she has a very dark past. The town always treated her like shit and basically ran her out of town. And I mean, Kate Winslet gets out of the car in the beginning, puts out a cigarette, and goes, "I'm back, you bastards!" Like that's her first line in the movie. Nice. Kate Winslet is Kate Winslet. She is just fantastic to watch on screen. It's just mesmerizing. She's one of those true bona fide actress movie stars. Where
total Hollywood.
Oh my God.
Star. Yeah.
Oh my. But she exudes so much.
Yeah.
And is one of those actresses that you're grateful for as soon as she's in the lead in a movie.
Absolutely, and she's one of those actresses that's going to get better with time too, which is crazy because
once she's Streep's age and stuff like that, she's going to be.
We hope, right? I hope she continues on with the craft for a very long time. Yeah, she's very, very good.
Yeah, definitely. It also the Aussie lead in this one is Liam Hemsworth. So of course you have one of the Hemsworth as a sex star in this film. Hugo Weaving's in this film, who's really good in this movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I really like Hugo Weaving, and he plays a cross-dressing character, so it's kind of like harkens back to his Priscilla, Queen of the Desert character a bit. Another Aussie classic.
You really like the Australian movies.
I do. I'm a big fan of what's called Ozploitation.
Oh yeah.
There's even a documentary about it called Not Quite Hollywood, which I really recommend people check out. Yeah, I've always had an affinity for Australian films, like BMX Bandits and Mad Max, the original Mad Max movies, Road Warrior, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I've always kind of been into that kind of shit, and their horror is fantastic. They've always had a really fun horror.
Yeah.
But this one, it's a fun movie, 3 out of 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Little less entertaining than Magnificent Seven and Storks. You can extrapolate from that. But it's a 59% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's a 44 on Metascore. So
far, movies have all just kind of been
just right in the middle, kind of middle. All right, so let's get to the last limited release this week. This one has Antonio Banderas and Rupert Everett in it. This one's called Finding Altamira. Finding Altamira, or just Altamira. Take a look.
Gentlemen, it is all ready for you. Will be just a few more minutes.
Our ancestors lived more than 10,000 years ago in the Stone Age or
Those dresses must be very uncomfortable. Super uncomfortable. You want to have wires and fucking cages and all that kind of crap.
Has been calculated beyond a doubt. The Earth is 18 million years old. You can read it in my light.
Calculated, yes. Beyond a doubt. No, Señor de los Ríos. It may be a great deal older. And as to the origin
Does
of
the
man,
Bible not tell us what to think about creation, Father Thomas?
Yes, Doña Elena. God created the world, but biblical time cannot be reckoned like a calendar.
Thank you, Father Thomas. Time for some music?
some music.
Everything we learned as children is out of date.
New discoveries are being made at such a rate. It's wise to keep an open mind.
An open mind is an empty mind. And to quote Plato, an empty vessel makes the most noise.
Who makes the most noise here, sir?
Excuse me, what do you say?
Dear friends, I hope you indulge your mother for a moment. My daughter, Maria Justina, will play Iradier Sabanera, La Paloma.
I just want him to jump out with guns.
The guitar case, just pop it up in the air with the big fucking grenade one.
Yeah.
Don't we all want him to go back to Desperado?
Desperado.
Whoa.
Yeah, man, I want to see him back with big guns and
Yeah.
shooting people up.
Did you get a chance to check this one out?
No.
This so basic storyline. Antonio Banderas. It's about 1872, I believe. Antonio Banderas is living in Spain. Discovers a cave on his land, and then once they go within the cave, they see that there's a bunch of paintings and everything. So then he points it out to to other artists and everything to for authenticity and everything, and the Catholic Church, and both the artist community and the Catholic Church end up condemning him and basically calling him a liar and just smearing his name over it, saying that he forged it and stuff like that he painted it all himself and stuff. So that's what the premise of the movie is about. Now I'm going to talk about why this movie is completely wrong.
Okay, all right.
So it's directed by Hugh Hudson, who did his last major movie was 15 years ago, I believe. It was I Dream of Africa. He also did Chariots of Fire, like dun, 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 dun,
Yep, classic
yeah.
scene, classic
so,
song.
I mean, he's classic filmmaker. He's now in his 80s. It shows that he's in his 80s. I mean, Clint Eastwood has far more command in Sully than this guy has in this movie. This movie comes off very much as like a TV movie. Antonio has, the gravitas needed. All the other actors are very wooden, very rehearsed feeling.
That's what I was going to say. It sounded like that clip was just like a stage play.
That's exactly it. And the head of the church, the kind of the representative of the church is Rupert Everett's character that comes off as this real black hat villain,
Oh, really?
and you're just like, are you fucking serious? And then you read deeper into the history. The Catholic Church never condemned this guy. He never smeared this guy. This is so loosely not a true story at all. They're just making shit up to sell a movie. Once I found that out after watching it, I'm like, none of that stuff happened? Are you fucking serious? None of that happened? Fail, Hugh Hudson. Fail.
Yeah.
I give this one a 1 out of 5. You just wasted my time entirely. The Rotten Tomatoes the scores haven't been tabulated. It's at an 80%. The Metascore is at a 60. This movie does not work for me at all.
See, at least you feel better about talking about a movie like that than one that was just kind of
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have more to say about it. I have more venom to say. Maybe venom works. Maybe it works.
Let the hate flow through you.
Exactly. Well, do you want to bleed off some of this hate?
Yeah.
Bleed off. Let's bleed off some of this hate. And let's get into some Netflix and VOD recommendations. All right, and before we get into what our recommendations are, I believe that there's going to be some people that are going to go into Walmart or any store that sells Blu-rays or go on their VOD and see new movies pop up there, and they're going to see The Free State of Jones on there. That's the new Matthew McConaughey Civil War movie. All right.
You see Matthew McConaughey, you want to rent it? Yeah, you do.
It's not all right.
No?
You're going to enjoy it for the first half an hour of the Civil War stuff.
It's Matthew McConaughey with a gun, man. Come on.
And then he all of a sudden loses his gun and it gets real speechy.
Real boring.
So many speeches, so many God gives you the right for freedom. And it's just boring.
Something about those high school girls. No?
that he doesn't actually say that in the movie.
He should say that in all his movies.
He should say that in all his movies. Yeah, he didn't say it in Dallas Buyers Club, and he won an Academy Award. What's up with that? There's a documentary on it about the real events, which is far more interesting as from a History Channel standpoint. Much more interesting than the movie, I found.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
But watching it again on Blu-ray, it looks nice because that crisp Blu-ray HD looks really nice, but the substance behind it isn't there. So
don't get sucked into the McConaughey in this one.
Just skip it.
Don't get sucked into it.
Yeah, just skip it. There's a new show that is now on Netflix now. It's already aired on Fox last year, but now they're starting their second season, so you can get caught up with season 1 and plow through season 2 now of a show that I think is hysterically funny and playing on really great horror tropes. This is Scream Queens. Take a look.
Nice.
This show makes me laugh.
210-degree Trenta 5-shot, no foam, pumpkin spice, half calf, no foam latte for Chanel.
Thank you. Coffee donkey. You burned the milk! Learn to make a pumpkin spice latte, you psychopath. Next time, I get you fired. Or worse. Other barista!
Uh-oh.
Welcome to the grind. How may I help you?
Pumpkin spice latte, please. I want it freezing, though. Actually, I just want a regular coffee. Those white girl pumpkin spice lattes annoy me.
I'm in love. Name?
Senorita Awesome.
You got it. Senorita Awesome. Look, sorry about that girl who went latte psycho on me. Her name's Chanel. She's president of the Kappa House, and she thinks that means her poop smells like ginger beer.
So this is
Okay.
From Ryan Murphy, and Ryan Murphy is like the EP TV executive producer, television extraordinaire right now. The guys who've got hits coming like crazy. Nip Tuck was the first one, and then Glee, and then American Horror Story, and then Scream Queens. And now American Crime Story as well. The O.J. Simpson one, that was his as well. But now
Wow. He's on fire.
He is on fire.
On
He is on
fuego.
fire. Yeah, and Scream Queens. The script is hilarious. Emma Roberts is amazing in this show, but the scene stealer is Glenn Powell, and Glenn Powell's actually in Everybody Wants Some. He's Finnegan. He's the one with the average cock.
Right.
Tell him about your average cock. Yeah, Glenn Powell. He plays I think it's Chad Chadwell in this one, who's just basically the sorority bro, like the leader bro, and he is fucking fantastic in this show.
Oh, really?
He is worth watching the show alone. Like there's the demon killer who's going around basically a slasher costume, and he's going around killing everybody on campus, including the people in the sororities and the fraternities. And I mean, there's crazy shit. There's a scene where the killer is chasing this guy, the whole fraternity down the street with a chainsaw, cuts off one guy's arm, and the guy turns around to defend himself with his other arm, cuts his other arm off. So the next two episodes, the guy is armless.
Mm-hmm.
They sewed him up and he's armless. And then they're running away from the killer again, and they all run up a ladder, and he can't get up the ladder because he doesn't have arms. They're like, oh no, our friend's gonna die. We could only do him the honor of watching him die. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous shit. Like,
Okay.
it knows, it's always nodding to how ridiculous it knows it is. So it's comedy, it's horror.
Satire.
It's everything. Scream Queens is an unconventional hit, in my opinion.
Well, you heard it there from Steve.
Yeah.
Interesting, because you went to horror. I'm going to horror now.
Yep.
Although yours is sort of like light fare.
Doing the comedy.
Yeah. I'm going a little bit darker. I'm going to The Conjuring 2, directed by James Wan, who gave us certain films.
Certain film. Saw, baby.
Yes.
And Insidious.
Yeah. But I wasn't a fan of the Fast and the Furious and
yeah, well, he just did the one. He just did the more recent one.
Yeah, we won't talk about that movie.
Yeah, we won't.
So Conjuring 2 stars Vera Farmiga, Patrick Wilson, and it follows again the Warrens. Lorraine and Ed Warren, who were in the first film, and in the second film, they're told to go to London to help this mother who's raising 4 children on her own, and in their house is haunted. And so the Warrens go to London. We got a clip right here. Yeah, these scenes in the bedroom were kind of creepy.
Mm-hmm. It's because he's got subtlety, right? That's what I really dig about his horror.
Mm-hmm.
Is it's all just about little movements before big reveals.
Yeah, I love his stuff. I just wasn't a fan of Furious.
No. But he did do a pretty killer action movie, though, way back in the day.
Yeah, so that movie is just absolutely, that movie freaked me right out. And I love really good horror, and when it's done well. And Conjuring 2 was done well. It's on VOD right now. And as I said, it's about Lorraine and Ed Warren. They're real people. It's basically based on a true story. They will go to London to help this family. This girl's being terrorized in their house. It's haunted, and so the Warrens are there to investigate. And it's some interesting little twists as well, and a lot of tension.
Nice.
A lot of and just really, really creepy. It had me hooked from the very beginning and all the way to the end. I was always wanting to know what it was haunting them. And the story kind of unravels as the movie plays out.
Nice.
And really creepy. I watched it on my own at nighttime, and when you feel like after the movie's over, when you feel like maybe I shouldn't go to sleep right now. Maybe I should just watch some Family Guy for about 15, 20 minutes.
Cleanse that palate.
Yeah. Let's get those thoughts out of the head now. And then enjoyed it. It's on VOD. Highly recommend it. It's one of my favorite horrors of the year, actually.
Beautiful. Alrighty, so now let's get some news to the masses.
Hello, and welcome back to another exciting news flash from Flix Anonymous. Tonight's episode is brought to you by CannabisLaw.work. Keeping cannabis in your life.
All right, so TIFF is now in the books for 2016. It's over. There was a lot of big premieres there. There was a lot of buzz about smaller films. The Free Fire. I don't know if you heard about Free Fire, the 70s action flick with Brie Larson and Cillian Murphy and Charlotte Copley. Apparently, it's going to be awesome. Really waiting for this one. But the Audience Award is usually goes to a film that goes on to be very heavy in the Oscar race. And the one this year was La La Land, the new film from Damien Chazelle, who did Whiplash, and starring Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone. And this film is just getting raved about. Apparently in the middle of this press conference for Sully, Tom Hanks interrupted it and be like, no, I got to talk about this La La Land because it's incredible. And he just praised it for 10 minutes. So this is going to be the movie to see.
Yes,
is from what I've heard.
Heard good things, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I've seen there's a couple teasers out for it. It looks gorgeous. I'm not a musical guy, but I'm sold on it.
You're not a musical guy, eh?
Not really. No, I'm not a musical guy. We were talking earlier in the car about being Shakespeare guys. Enjoying Shakespeare.
I like Shakespeare that's done well.
Yeah, I'm not a musical guy. It takes a real good one to sell.
Were you a Moulin Rouge guy?
No.
Grease?
No.
Chicago?
No, I did not like Chicago.
How do you not like Chicago?
I did not like Chicago at all. Chicago robbed the Oscars that year. Yeah.
I don't even know who you are anymore. But you're true. It's right. I guess
Yeah.
you don't like musicals.
Yeah, so I'm not a big musical fan. Don't hold it against me. It's just the way it is.
It's okay.
Sometimes we can't love them all. But
No.
La La Land, December 9th, we'll get our final verdict, really, of if this movie is going to be the best picture next year.
Yeah. Okay. Just be prepared. There's going to be singing.
Yeah, no, I'm prepared. They're singing in the trailer. I'm prepared. All right, so we said a little piece about Blair Witch earlier, how we didn't like it. And the film, well, it flopped. It made just over $9 million, and it was projected to make at least 15, so it flopped in the opinion of those who put it out, right? But now they're saying because it flops, is the found footage horror over?
Well, some people, from what I heard, there's people who are writing horror's dead.
It's been said many times.
Oh yeah, it's just kind of funny because horror's actually had a pretty good year this year.
Didn't Don't Breathe just get knocked out of #1 spot by Sully? Didn't it have 3-4 weeks?
Yeah, but it made a ton of money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they're made for cheap too.
We were just talking about The Conjuring 2. I mean, in the last couple of years, there's actually been some great horror films.
There has been some really good ones.
You just have to know where to look. I mean, not all of them. I mean, like any genre, not every film is going to be amazing.
No.
You know what I mean? There's some really shitty rom-coms out there. It doesn't mean that rom-com is dead.
Nope.
Because we saw a great, the new Bridget Jones film.
Which failed as well, but yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, good quality, rom-com. But, some just aren't that good. Some movies just aren't that good, and Blair Witch just wasn't that good of a movie. It doesn't mean the entire genre is dead.
Yeah.
And I understand the found footage thing. Okay, I get that. I think that it got ruined after the first Blair Witch movie, to be honest, because people wanted some realism. It was the beginning of sort of the reality television bad as well.
And if done right, I mean,
not
there
really a fan,
there are, you know, diamonds in the rough, you know what I mean? Because if done well, you know, you can make an enjoyable film out of found footage. It's happened many times before.
Yeah, you got to make it look real as possible. What I didn't like about Blair Witch is that, I mean, they were using all these different camera angles, and it kind of took away from the magic of the first one that I liked, where you just had these little handheld VHS.
There's just 3 cameras
Yeah,
in the first one. Yeah.
and you know, you were along for the ride. You know what I mean? And it felt like found footage. This new Blair Witch movie doesn't feel like found footage, and it's not scary or creepy. It spends 60 minutes of build-up to give you 20 minutes of
nothing.
Yeah,
nothing. Absolutely nothing. You know, anytime I see a headline that says, "Is horror dead?" or "Is found footage horror over?" Do you know what you look like to me? You look like a doomsayer holding that picket sign saying the end is nigh, and you just look crazy. So.
Yeah. Well, anybody knows horror's not dead.
Yeah, exactly. So why even fucking put that article out? Come on. Anyway, the last article today, we were just talking about, you know, adult cartoons and everything before going on air here. And one of them we remember is the HBO Todd McFarlane Spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, like little episodic things. Definitely way over our heads.
Late night television, I watched that.
Yeah,
Late night television when I was a kid.
Yeah, and I love that stuff. I was pretty young when the live action movie came out. I loved the soundtrack to death. It's a really neat hybrid soundtrack. If you've ever heard it before, it's very cool. The movie was okay. But now Todd McFarlane says an R-rated Spawn is coming. Is that because Deadpool came out and was successful? Maybe.
Yeah. Well, he's been talking about that for a while now.
But maybe, like, and he's always been talking about it being rated R as well. So maybe it's just a real nice boot in the ass that Deadpool came out and did so well.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would like to see Spawn again. I think Spawn's a very
I think there's a place for Spawn.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's a very anti-hero type of superhero character, much in the same vein that Deadpool works, but in a very, very different sort of way, dealing with heaven and hell and all that kind of stuff. And I think they could do some neat stuff with it. I mean, they tried to do some neat stuff with that live-action Spawn before, but of course, the limitations of the time.
Yes, exactly.
Right. So what could they do now? Who knows?
I think it would be quite interesting.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm totally game. Todd McFarlane, it's time for that name to be relevant more than just your awesome Sideshow collectibles.
Who would you cast? I'm gonna put you on the spot. Who would you cast as Spawn? I'm totally putting you on the spot.
Yeah, you are a bit putting me on the spot. Everyone goes to Idris Elba.
Yeah.
You wanna because the Spawn in the live action was Michael J. White.
That's right.
So you want a bigger, muscular black dude.
Yeah.
Because
all right, well, there's a few out there.
There are a few out there like Tyrese, but you want a better actor than Tyrese. I'm sorry, Tyrese.
You just went right to Tyrese.
Yeah, I know,
you?
right?
Yeah.
I don't even want you to be Green Lantern, Tyrese. That's how much I don't want you in the movies. Anyway.
Wow. Off the rails.
Maybe cut that. But that's our news this week for the last time. Rest in peace, news. Rest in peace.
Went out on a high.
Well, let's go out on a high. Let's go for our stoner picks, everybody. So, I'm picking a sequel this time that I hated the first movie. Hated it. Like, so much so that I would pause the movie during it playing the first time I watched it just to stretch out because I was just angry, like hypertension angry.
Well, I don't like it when you get like that.
Oh,
you get like that. You get like that. Like, he gets like that. Like for movies, like that really pisses
I gotta
off.
get out of here. I gotta go to the lobby. I gotta just do something. You know what I mean? Just do something else. And that movie was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Michael Bay produced one. Well, they released Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows in theaters, and now it's on Blu-ray. And I actually had fun with this movie. Not for any of the human element involved. Stephen Amell's not good. Megan Fox is just as terrible as she's always been. But the Turtles, they redesigned, they did a cleanup on the redesign, and they look fantastic. And Bebop and Rocksteady look fucking great. Here's the scene right here.
Nostalgic, eh?
Yeah. And even Shredder looks kind of cool.
It needs to be synthesized, which is where you come in.
this is gonna be good.
Yeah, here they come.
You're a rhinoceros, and you're a... I don't know what you are. Let me look. I'm a little piggy. I like it. Me too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, sometimes
Definitely
the
a
stoner
stoner.
pick is just you smoke a joint, you lay on your couch, and you just watch a fucking action movie. And this is exactly it.
I do that almost every other night.
This is exactly it. So, I mean, it'll just clean all that first movie out of you. You'll feel much better ignoring its existence. And going into this one, it's kind of like almost like a reboot. I mean, they have the turtle fan in the very beginning shooting out the manhole covers and
Nice.
stuff, and I had that fucking toy.
Of course you did.
Right? So that's
See,
fucking cool.
you're a big turtle geek, aren't you?
Yeah.
You probably...
Yeah, and I just want to see it done right. I don't want to see it done to just be corporate shills, and that's what I very much felt that first movie was. It was just very, like, we're gonna take it in a new direction. Like, they were almost aliens. That first movie. They were going to say that they're not mutated from ooze, that they were aliens. Like, they were circling so many weird things in that first movie that I don't know what the fuck they were doing.
But the cartoon wasn't anything like the graphic novels, though.
No.
Right? So they've always kind of... Some people thought they sold out when they became toys and you know, the cartoon
I was too
show.
young at that point to really be like, you sold out!
Because if you read like early, like really
The black and
early-
white ones?
Yeah, it's violent as shit.
Yeah.
It's
Kevin
totally different.
Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, they're a little bit violent when they did that shit. But Out of the Shadows is now on Blu-ray. It's now on VOD. If you want just some fun, just smoke a joint and kill an hour and 45 minutes, why not?
I used to dig the video game.
Yeah, the video game is fun. The side scroller.
Yeah,
definitely.
All right. What am I bringing to the fray? So I went to Netflix, and Jen and Sylvia Soska has been, they've hung out here before with us and friends, and they're from Vancouver, and they have a game show called Hellevator, where they get 3 or 4 different contestants. They come into this like haunted warehouse, and these contestants basically have to go through a bunch of different challenges, and if they can get through the 3 different levels of horror, they can win money.
Like 10 grand or something like that?
Yeah. It's a decent chunk of money for there's a team of like 3 or 4 people, and they got to get through the challenges. We got a clip here of Hellevator. It's on Netflix right now.
No!
Why are you putting me in the front? Nope.
What you doing that for? Don't be scared.
What you mean? Don't be scared. I'm in an elevator.
Don't be scared, I'm in an elevator. That's got to be a coach line a little bit.
Well, what's crazy is they get these people who have like these phobias and these deep fears of things. They get people who get afraid really easily, and they send one off and they have to go and do a challenge, and while the other 3 watch in the back room, and they have a time limit and they have to get this done in a certain amount of time. Meanwhile, they're doing things that they're super uncomfortable doing, and things are popping out of the dark, and it's creepy if you've got, if you're, scared easy.
Yeah.
But it's fun watching these people who scare easily try to do these challenges and try to, get through the different levels.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. It's again the Soskas, Twisted Twins. They're behind it, and they're local, and you want to support the
definitely
the local directors, and you can check it out on Netflix. I highly recommend smoking a nice indica.
Yeah.
Actually, it's funny because I found one called Frosted Freak. I got it at a dispensary up the street, actually, and really enjoyed it. It's almost, they say it's a hybrid, but I'd say it's more of an indica.
Okay.
It's really good couch lock.
Nice.
Really good. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It's like I don't know. It definitely relaxes my muscles. I find that like some hybrids, I just don't do it for me. I like a nice indica, especially late at night.
Oh, definitely.
So if you're watching a game show like that, you want total couch lock.
And season 2 is coming in October. So
that's right. Yeah,
there you go.
it's on the Game Show Network.
Game Show Network,
It's
yeah.
kind of a cool show, and it's such a great idea, and it can see this kind of format evolving, right? It's kind of a blend of reality television with, you know, Fear Factor in some ways as well. You know what
definitely.
I mean? I know that some people want to compare it to that, but it's kind of cool within the horror genre. You've never seen something like that before, so
definitely it. Oh boy! So now it's time to put this format to bed. To sleep for the last time, really.
Yeah, it's been fun doing it this way, but it just doesn't translate well. You and I are going to do a podcast still.
Yes, we're going to be doing a Couch Lock podcast that is coming soon.
Speaking of Couch Lock,
yes.
Yeah.
So look out to that. We're going to do something extra as well as all the videos that we're going to be putting out week to week of reviews and everything. But we're going to do more of a freeform original podcast, going back to just being a couple of dudes sitting around a microphone and doing an audio podcast with guests here and there. There's a lot of people that we're excited to bring on the show. They're excited about doing the show. So definitely keep an eye out for all of that. If you want to hit me up on Twitter, I am at the Stevil Dead.
Yeah, I'm at Trevor Dueck on Twitter. By all means, follow us. But follow us on Flix Anonymous, too, because a lot of cool things going on. So follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And we kind of try to make Flix Anonymous, at least our goal is to make Flix Anonymous sort of encompassing a lot of different things and a lot of people who just like movies, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's part of it.
Yes.
So.
But we're going to be, YouTube and radio silent for a few weeks while we get this new format figured out. But within that week, if you're in Vancouver and you're going to the Vancouver International Film Festival, you're going to see this face there because I'm going to be covering a shitload of movies there this year. So I'm very, very excited about all of that.
Yeah, you go a little bit crazy.
Yeah, I'm kind of like a kid in a candy store.
Yeah,
like
he goes nutty.
This is really it for me. So if you want to hook up and smoke a joint or something like during the festival, let's do it, everybody. Let's do it. But thank you, everybody, for watching and listening to all 45 of our episodes. We are very grateful to you. We're very grateful to our audience and people that give us feedback and everything all the time. And we'll see you with the brand new incarnation of Flix Anonymous in a few weeks. Thank you, everybody, so much, and we'll see you next time.
Kind of like Nirvana, we could just like start trashing the set.
Hey, you crazy cinephiles. Thanks for listening to Flix Anonymous. We can be heard weekly on vancitybuzz.com and leagueofmanchildren.com. Feel free to send us nasty and abusive social media messages on Twitter at FlixAnon. If you need more characters to tell us how much we suck, you can find Flix Anonymous on Facebook. Until next week, may your weed be sticky and your scotch be hoppy.